what I want to say it is, what is it? It is Monday afternoon, Monday morning. Um, you know, what's going on with you? See how you doing. See how you feeling. We gonna get live with this right now. We're gonna be on for like a half hour probably. See what I got. I know it's kind of late today, so turn it on. See what we got. So anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope y'all doing good. Get this thing on the road. Okay. See what we got. Okay. See, we got some people coming through. This video, we're gonna talk about the LA Clippers. It was a pretty impressive win that they beat Golden State in overtime. Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. Now, they are fifth seed. Imagine if they had been a little bit more coherent this year, they'd probably be higher. Interestingly, both them and the Lakers got the same record. Tyronn Lue still doing wonders as a head coach, still doing the great thing. So the question is, can the Clippers shock the NBA world? Can they win a round or two? Could they be a problem? You know, we've been waiting for Kawhi Leonard to return to the building for 5 plus years. We always got that feeling that that dude is still that dude. There's some that think he's scared than Steph Curry, and it's gonna be interesting. He got time to showcase his wares, so we go out to find out. So NBA playoffs officially starts tomorrow with the play-in. Golden State's part of the play-in. Memphis, I believe. Chicago, Miami. We're gonna see. Anyway, let me know what you think though. But I think the Clippers are interesting. If they get around and Kawhi can stay healthy, oh boy, could it be something? I see somebody sprinkling some heads. If you're around, feel free to come in and please hit the like up, hit the poll question up, make your presence felt. I'll be on for a half hour at least. If it depends on how many people come through and if we got some. What's happening? How you doing? How are you today? Thank you for coming through. Doing all right. Where you coming from today? I was just checking on my things. Where are you coming from? Thank you for coming through. It's been pretty good. Got a walk in, got some air in. April is a nice month. It's very fresh. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. For people who are celebrating or in acknowledgement, it's a pretty big week. So lots on tap for the end of the week. So by all means, feel free to come through. I can't say. Well, I'm glad that you came through. I hope everything is going all right. I never know what's going on with anybody. So, but I'm appreciative of people that come through. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate anybody that's coming through. Feel free to comment and please hit them likes up as we are here on this Monday. There's a lot to talk about, as I mentioned about the basketball. So, I just try to be pleasant to people. That's all. As long as we have a good rapport, I don't believe in being hostile, but I do speak my mind. But I like to be even keel with folks. So that's keep it chill. Keep it nice and friendly. So anyway, we gonna see how the conversation is going. Anybody coming through? I'm going to, again, I'll probably be on for like a half hour. I used to get notices with folks, but people don't come through as much. It's interesting nowadays. Wonder what happens. Hmm. Got two of them. Okay. Well, LA Clippers getting some love. They could be a problem. They could be a problem. They could definitely be a problem. I would like them to be a problem because I think Tyronn Lue can actually coach. I'm gonna talk about it when I finish this video live stream. Talk about it. What's up? How you doing? Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Now, if you stay on here for at least a half hour longer, I'll be here till 30 more minutes at least. I was waiting for somebody to come through that I know is gonna talk. So let's talk. I might have to send it through you to the direct message to let you know I'm on. They notices don't go out like they should, so it's a crapshoot. Yeah, Mr. Duck's been on for a minute. I don't know who, but it's been interesting conversation. Not a lot have been conversating though. So, how was your day going? How you doing? Mm. I will share this with you. Been listening to some Jackson 5 the last few days. Yeah, I think we were touching on it, and it's just a reaction of everything that's going on. There's a lot going on. It's not good. A lot going on. It's not good. It's the spiritual waters. It's not good. So it was very unfortunate. I had read about it, and this just feels like what's going on is just you just feel like kind of closed waters. Doesn't feel good. A lot going on. I got a video coming up tomorrow where I address that and airplanes and everything. So it depends on who. Different people have different standards. I can't say because it depends on different things. I think if someone violates your trust, if they try to take you out, say false things about you, there's certain things like that. But it depends on different people. I'll give you an example. Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley stopped talking to each other because Charles Barkley works for TNT, sports analyst. He got on there and said that Jordan is horrible as an owner, and he picks bad selections. And Jordan took it personal, cussed him out, never talked to him again. I think Jordan was wrong because um, your real friends tell you the truth. Your fake friends stay on your payroll. You want to pay the people to tell you the truth as opposed to the people that are on your payroll, if you understand what I'm saying. If I got you on the payroll, I expect you to jump like I jump, hawk like I do, and be like I be. But if you're my real friend, I pay you because I generally love and trust and respect what you're about. And I will give you whatever, but I don't have to put you on the payroll to tell you it. There's the difference. So it all depends on who we talking about. Everybody got a different standard of it. But if you can't be real with your friend, then you're not being a real friend. And if you can't show love genuinely to your friend, you're not being real. And if you can't, so determinated to me would be if someone just violates you in a way that they disrespect your honor and what you're about. Because real friends know when they're wrong. They not they're person enough to say they sorry and they won't violate that trust. But if they put something out there that's not truth, I had to part ways with somebody that was cool once upon a time because something got said that you know, and you gotta be careful how you when you word things. But people have different standards. But I know how hard it is to get a true friendship. They don't grow on trees. This ain't like when we kids when you can have 8 buddies and they last 80 years. These people today don't last long. So that's a great question though. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use that for a future live episode. I'm gonna use that because I want to use that. That's a good one. That's a great topic, Charlene. Thank you. I'm gonna give you a shout out for that. I'll use that for a future one, but it won't be no time soon. But it's gonna be one of my future videos. It's too good because that's a great question. But it mean different things to different people. Different people have different levels to it. So I don't know. Okay, if anybody's live and feel free to come through. Please hit the like up. Hit some questions important too, but always you're not going to be. Because different people look for different things for what we do. It depends on when you asking me. When we were kids and you said be friends, that's a whole different totality when we're grown because people have a different way. They don't operate the same. They gravitate to what they gravitate, but they gravitate with it where it comes with caveats. Lisa Ray. Of course she would say that because that's what she was used to. So she allowed that to happen. What's she gonna do in return? What's she gonna do in return? And don't tell me the obvious because that's not gonna be all the way fulfillment because then you're gonna basically paying to be a trick. So I mean, you gotta be careful when you say stuff like that. Because basically that's what you basically you playing yourself like 304. You basically turning tricks. So as long as she cool with that and the cats are cool with that, yeah, and it didn't last. And then she was messing with Dwayne Martin. And then she said Will Smith took her husband. That's a whole nother story. Whole nother story. She ain't exactly had the best relationships. Mhm. So I wouldn't take advice from her. She's bought and paid for. She 304. She took that movie she did with Ice Cube. She took that movie to heart, and that's been her whole thing. Players Club. She didn't live that life. Turned. So I mean, I can't really. You're not that deep. But there are men who'll do that. But if you do that, you'll never get 100% of that man. You ain't looking for that. Looking for sugar daddy. And she thinks she's all that they need. But apparently not. So well, yeah, but see, why would you end up in Hollywood? Because that means you escort, you getting paid for. So why would you end up there? If that was the case, you want to be an actress or you paying to be tricked out? What are you doing? I mean, I'm just saying it don't jive right to, you know, you're in an industry where they pay beards and they pay skirts to manipulate relationships. So that's what you about. Well, let's be realistic. She ain't no top flight actress. She's a nice looking woman, but she's a what? Third tier actress on a good day? Hood movies and low budget. Basically, you're what? A triple junior cheese. Nia Long meets Halle Berry, but you ain't even memorable because no one will watch you unless you on a Tubi flick. I mean, keep it 100. No one has sweated Lisa Ray. She wasn't that good in Players Club. She got the look, but she ain't got no skills. And ain't nobody been beating on her door to put her as some, you know. I'm just keeping it 100. We like her in a round the way kind of way, but we ain't nobody ever said, oh, she gonna get an Academy Award nominee or Tony or whatever them corny awards are. She ain't that deep. Because reality, her skill set is about Nick Cannon happy hour. Oh, she is. But that's a dime a dozen. I ain't take. We ain't talking about that. We talking about what you putting out there. And if that's all you got to offer, well, that ain't gonna last forever. Beauty fades, and everybody don't think you the sweet of sunshine. So you better come up with a plan B, plan C. I'm just saying. You can be attractive, but you can be whack too. So I don't know nobody that I know that, aside from having her on mute, pays her any mind for her talent. That's like Christina Milan, and that's like uh, some others. You know, so you got to do more than that. Anyway, I haven't really even thought about it until you brought her up. So that should tell you something right there. Because I'm old school about your talent. I can tell you, yeah, you look like this and that, but if I ain't felt none of your stuff, I can't really sweat you. All right, now let's get some more conversation going. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through. Oh, they do. Well, I think they want to do like what the cats do. That's the problem. And that's the problem. There's no differential. So, you trying to blur the lines and you won't be a party animal, but yet you want to do the things. And there's no fine line. That's the problem. So, you got to make up your mind. It's been what's been allowed, and some people just think it's acceptable. I don't know. But I know. You just said people must make up their mind. They make up their mind, but then it's also it depends on what their threshold is of life. They either want to settle down or they don't, or they want to be by themselves, or, you know. But the problem is that the lines are blurred. That's the line. That's the problem. People try to play multiple roles. So, mhm. It could be a tag team. You know, everybody has to do a part though. Some people are more controlling, some aren't. It all depends. You know, it depends on what you feel comfortable. What's your threshold? I just think that you should work in a team and bring out the best in each other. She's entitled to her opinion, but I disagree. Lizzo claims to be a music historian. Well, Janet Jackson never surpassed Madonna. To me, she didn't. I like Janet a lot. I do. And I would probably tell you I listen to more Janet um, than Madonna in terms of like the records I like. But Madonna had the stuff that I like more. And the thing is that most people of that age and range they picked who they like, but they're not. They're neither one of them are in the runnings for anything. Janet got whiteball for 20 years, pretty much, and just got back into gracious. Madonna pretty much quit 15 years ago. So it's not even a fight no more. But in their prime peak to their peak, Madonna had a beat. Madonna had better songs, better catalog. Took Janet to about 93 as far as the tour to catch up to Madonna. The first tour she was doing all right. So she got popular more. But Madonna had ran circles. So Madonna had more of an impact with better songs. So that's how I look at it. I like Control and Rhythm Nation are probably my favorite two Janet records. I like Madonna's first album. I like A Prayer is a great song. So she's got a better catalog for me. But I ain't sat around really sweating either one of them like that. But I have to give Madonna the edge though. Madonna paved that way. She had a better run. Yeah, but see, I have to go by the music. I can't go by that other stuff because that other stuff is part of it, but it's not the totality, and it's not enough for me to sit there and say, "Oh, Madonna been able to do more musically." Madonna had more subject matter that was more versatile. So Papa don't preach to like a prayer, you know. Just was in on a lot of different things that And I like Janet. I like her. And you can always say if it wasn't for Madonna, would she have but just saying. But I have to disagree with Lizzo on that one. I watched them both at their peak and they peak. Madonna got a beat. So I think I gave valid points. I think Madonna made, like I said before, it comes down to different preferences. But yeah, as a writer, as a writer, but she didn't last long enough, and it was a small window. But yeah, it's one of those things that yeah, yeah. I mean, time after time, because Miles Davis covered. I mean, she had some songs, True Color. She had a better pen game. She had a better pen game, and I give you that. I give you that, because sometimes there are people that hit it. It's not long, but it's enough. It's kind of like my argument for Bobby Brown over Chris Brown and Usher. His peak, I'm taking his peak over them. They got him beat for long hitting, but his peak, I liked his peak better. And that's what we really go by, because I don't care if an artist is around 60, 70 years. It's a peak. It's their window. We ain't going by everything, because how many acts are relevant past year 10? But their peak at their best, we can debate. That's how I feel, yes. Yes. Because I seen him perform, and he brought it. She just kept doing the same record. I mean, Rapture was big. Give me the best I got. Angel, the first one, 82. She had a good run. She had a great run. Because nobody was sounding like her. Nobody was sounding like her. So, she had a great run. Okay. Let's see what we got. Keep on hitting that like, keep on hitting that button up, hit that poll up. Let me know where you is. Hang on here for just a little while longer. Then I'm gonna call it a night because we'll be back tomorrow. Good little conversation. You're not going to see it because she's not trying to beat you with the concept, the album per se. She's trying to beat you with the longevity of career, and she's trying to mix and match it into a story and a puzzle. Some of her fans will tell you the Lemonade record was their record. Some might say the first album. Um, I don't think she has one. I think that she's got bits and pieces like a puzzle. But do those bits and pieces are coherent to you? That's your judgment call. I don't think they are. Some might think her first album is as close as it comes. It depends. I do sense that her fans then kind of cooled off though a bit. Yeah, she's gonna be touring again, so that's all I can say. Oh, she lost some weight. I saw a video of her. It came on my feeders. She got a new shape, but the whole thing with her and her all that mess is crazy, and she ain't pushing no material. She'd have had a chance if she'd have worked with Bruno Mars, because they really had some chemistry. That was a lost opportunity. By the way, when I hang up here, I'm gonna go. I got to listen to that Jackson 5 Darling Dear because I've been bumping that old 5 J5. Mm. When you don't hear about nobody lately, that's because their money is in between things. No, please, no. You gotta have more than a record, and you gotta have, and I don't look at Nicki as an all time great. She's had success on the tour and the merch, but I don't look at her as an all time great. That list is embarrassing. Because Cardi B and Nicki don't belong with Lil Kim and Latifah. Nicki close because she's had longevity. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're not in the same argument with MC Light and Lauren Hill, so Roxy and Shantae. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll be on for a couple more minutes and I'm gonna come back tomorrow. I'll work on the video and stuff. Appreciate you coming through though. Definitely appreciated it. Oh, she gonna show up for the shows. That's no hypocrite. Lizzo's looking for attention and she's hoping to strike one more time. She just not going about it the right way. Boyfriend got her. She lost some pounds and stuff, but you know, she's trying to hopefully someone will actually, blow her up, and it's not gonna happen. And I just think that people be saying stuff. They hope. I don't pay Lizzo a lot of mind. She has some talent, but she ain't memorable enough to be. You know, she just says whatever. So shrug my shoulders. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you for saving the day. I will be on earlier tomorrow, so look out for me tomorrow. Probably like a couple hours earlier than I was tonight. Anyway, appreciate you. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. Have a good night. Catch you. Peace.